your Astro Vibe Coach, and I'm here today to talk about life transitions and awakenings and how they show up in astrology. Before I get started, just a little bit about this channel. Astrology is my passion, and I study how the events and situations in our lives coincide with our natal forecast. I'm going to touch on a specific transit that makes a difference in our lives, but this isn't the only transit that shows up. I'm just touching on one thing right now. Actually, this one thing has three transit all in its same on this in the same set of life's movements, if you will. So today we're going to talk about what mainstream talks calls midlife crisis, but it's actually a spiritual awakening or a spiritual rebirth, in my opinion. It happens between the ages of 36 and 44. So yeah, from the ages 36 to 44, we begin to question our existence. The first transit that starts this shift is Pluto. The planet Pluto, around 36 years old, will begin to square our natal Pluto. And if you are born, like you're around 36 now, and I say around because it can go 35 or 37, but 36 is usually the general age. If you're there now, chances are your Pluto is in Libra somewhere or very at the tail end of Libra, maybe. And so you're dealing with this transit right now because Pluto is currently at the tail end of Capricorn. So you are starting to question, and what with Pluto, it's about transition. So it's starting off this transition. What needs to burn down? What needs to energy to be pushed in? What we need to put our energy into for it to grow, and what do we need to remove our energy from so it can die off and burn down? Pluto is about our power. So we are starting to discover our power. How do we get our power back? How do we use our power in a healthy way? But again, it starts there. It starts with questions. It starts with noticing things differently, relating and interacting differently. Because it's Libra, you're probably noticing like, where are things out of balance? Why are they out of balance? And you're starting to have all of those questions. The second transit comes up by the time we're getting to like 40, 41 years old. And the planet Uranus, which is currently now in Taurus, will oppose our natal Uranus, which is currently in shift. Changes will begin to happen out of your control, causing you to shift into action. See, Uranus is a planet of change and reformation. Its goal is to break you out of the habit of being yourself. And unfortunately, I've noticed there somewhere in this transit, because it's a slow moving one, it lasts for about 2 years. There usually is, like, again, a shift out of your control. It can be a gain, which is, a good thing, a gain, but there's also can be a loss. And that loss, either one of them causes you recognize it as a spiritual loss. It's not just something you just lose, and it's something you notice there's a message here that you need to pay attention to with one of those, whether you gain something and whether you lose something. You know that particular event is a catalyst. The last midlife crisis transit is Neptune will square Neptune. So this happens around 42 to about 44 when this midlife crisis ends. It's kind of where we find our own religion. This is part of the spiritual awakening, the spiritual rebirth. We begin to redefine what it is that we believe in, if we believe in anything. But it's our decision. We kind of, with the square, it makes us it gives tension and frustration, but it makes us take the rose-colored glasses off and see exactly what we've been taught versus what we actually believe in, and just by design, we'll start to navigate in more of a way of what we hold personal to us, opposed to what society tells us that we need to do and how we need to act and who we need and what we need to believe. If we allow it, we will become more spiritually connected to whatever source that we decide to believe in. We build our own foundation of faith, meaning like far as what faith means to you, not so much tied to a religion or some sort of organized religion or spirituality. Again, you're creating you're breaking through with your own spiritual presence. You understand yourself as a spiritual being, and you're redefining what that means as you have this human experience out here. I'd like to hear from you all. Who all is in this 36 to 44 range and think that they're having a midlife crisis? I love to discuss further with you. I do have a community that we talk about this stuff. Yes, I do. So if you're interested in talking more, please join my Cosmic Journey membership. There's a link in the comments or a link in the bio, and I look forward to seeing you. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you will see me again, and I will be discussing some points here. But to dive deep, please get into the community. All right, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye.